Welcome in to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't get to the live stream during the normal business hours, but figured I'd do a stream regardless. So this is definitely not going to go out to those in North America. If you are watching this in North America, what are you doing? What are you doing still up, man? Go to bed. Go to bed. Just got a weekly close on Bitcoin. So we're going to take a look at the week ahead. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the king of all crypto, and that is Bitcoin. So weekly close. We just got the weekly close a couple hours ago. As per usual with TradingView on this weekly chart, it takes a few days for this candle to figure itself out. This is, it's just a weird candle. But anyways, we're focusing our attention to the candle right next to it, which is a doji. A doji is an indecision candle. So the market hasn't quite decided if we're ready to rally or not. But the candle prior to that is an incredibly bullish candle. So I still maintain that there is demand in the market and that we're ready to see price appreciation. Let's take a look at things on the daily chart. And let's bring our attention over to alphanumerics. Alphanumerics still below the 7. We do need to reclaim the 7, and we do have an incoming cross of the 50 over the 30, which is indicating that there's not a lot of momentum in the market. Not a lot of momentum. If we take a look at the volume is also dying off since we had this high volume event, this big capitulation. Kind of a consolidation capitulation inside of this bull flag. So yeah, the market's really quiet. Not sure what people are waiting for. Maybe they just want to wait till September. We've been saying September is going to be likely a positive month for Bitcoin, and that's going to set the tone for the rest of the quarter. I think Q4 of this year is going to be a very positive price environment for Bitcoin. And yeah, alphanumerics on the 3-day, below the 7, not great. On the weekly, below the 7, not great. Do we have anything above? We don't get above until we're, even the 4. Even the 4. So we're below the 7 on pretty much every time frame. As far as alphanumerics, kind of hovering around, ready to overtake on the 15. So short term does not look great. Got to give it to the bears. Short term does not look great. Let's reload the chat, or not the chat, the chart. Reload the chart. So yeah, we've been watching these levels here on the daily. Sorry, not the daily. We've been watching, well, let's go to the daily. We've been watching these levels. So nice little liquidity pocket right here. This is kind of a order block where you can see there is demand. We came in, got a nice buyback off of hitting that liquidity zone. And now this is kind of the tentative area that we want to pay attention to. So the short-term price is looking slow to bearish, but as long as we can remain above this level, I think we can remain bullish. We can remain bullish. Now, taking out this liquidity zone, if we close any high time frame candle, 53,000 and below, that's going to be a pretty negative sign that Q4 is not going to be a very favorable trading environment for the market. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You never try to predict the market. Predicting the market is a good way to lose money. What you do is you observe the market and you make decisions based off of the probabilities. The probabilities of this bull market being concluded are still low, in my opinion, when we go over to the high time frames. I just don't think that this market is done. Let's see on the weekly. Let's turn alphanumerics on. Actually, let's turn alphanumerics off. Let's bring up a simple moving average. And let's put that on the 20. Below the 20. Not great. Not great being below the weekly 20. Yeah, for a bull market, you definitely want to remain on top of that 20. We could be looking at a situation like this where there was, a big rally in the market and then a bit of a chop fest before getting back on top of the 20 and resuming the uptrend. Not expecting this event that people know what I'm talking about. This was kind of an unforeseeable market event. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible in these markets. I just don't think it's very probable. The traditional markets have been doing really, really well. Let's take a look at the S&P. Traditional markets just keep on ticking to the upside. So risk on is still the appetite in the market. S&P wants to take out its all-time highs. NASDAQ wants to take out its all-time highs. The dollar continues to fall in value, which is a good thing for price appreciation of assets. If the dollar is losing value, people are forced to put it into assets. So that's looking good. It's just a negative sentiment thing. The market doesn't have an appetite for Bitcoin, which happens. It happens. It takes time to digest. But overall, there's nothing to me when if you watched the previous show, we did go into the on-chain analytics that shows that, the convicted holders haven't sold. The big money, the big whales haven't sold their positions. It's not until the big wallets sell that you get the actual bear market beginning. So there's no bear market just yet. Monkeypox. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like a lot of people learned a lot of lessons with COVID. So we'll see how the public reacts to monkeypox. If they go completely batshit crazy again, then who knows? Maybe we are following the exact same trajectory with the exact same market panics. If we do get a collapse due to monkeypox, everybody who's in crypto knows exactly what to do. This was the best possible buy that you could have done. Let's go to alphanumerics here, and we got a nice, beautiful green diamond on that COVID shakeout. So if we get monkeypox, you know what to do. Because from that point on, from that black swan forwards, it was nothing but up only. That's what kicked off the bull market. So it would be very fascinating if we get similar price action. It almost seems rehearsed at that point. Vaccines are administered by suppository. Yeah. As per usual, right? All right, what else? Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. We're still in an uptrend. It's not altcoin season. If you hang out on Twitter and you follow a lot of altcoin accounts, man, that is a easy way to lose money. I have been holding my conviction that it has not been the place to be investing in altcoins for the duration of this market cycle. And there aren't too many altcoins that you can point to that would say that I'm not correct. There are a few outliers. Solana, as we've talked many times, is one that has been outperforming. But apart from that, and maybe a handful of others, it has been a terrible idea to be holding altcoins. And that will continue as long as this chart continues to make higher highs and higher lows. So until we can break this uptrend, we've got a very well-established uptrend and a breakout of this triangle here. Assume harder times for alts. It's not until we kind of get some sort of a downtrend begin to develop. Once we get a downtrend develop, then altcoin season begins. Altcoin season will last 4 to 6 months. Then it's over. It's done. Make your money, make the hay while the sun shines, and then get ready for the bear, because it's not long after altcoin season concludes that you get the bear market. You get the bear market top coming in. Bull market top coming in, starting the bear market. Kaspa. You want to take a look at Kaspa? Yeah, that's been one that's been an outlier for sure as well. Let's take a look at good old Kaspa. Let's see what they're doing. XRP surprisingly flipping positive versus BTC. XRP has done jack shit, my friend. XRP, like, you're way too zoomed in. XRP has been abysmal. You're way too zoomed in. Yeah, it's a green candle, but like, look at this nonsense. It's done absolutely nothing. XRP is the biggest fucking scam out there. I know there's a lot of XRP fans out there, and people will literally unsubscribe to the truth when they hear that stuff, but XRP is a fucking scam. I'm sorry. It's, you know, it's a centrally controlled coin where the foundation sells XRP all the time. They are suppressing the price. Everything XRP says it can do, Bitcoin does better. But yeah, so XRP, that's if you really want to get a clear picture, go to XRP BTC. That's what you were saying. I should have gone to XRP BTC first. And this is like, it's never been lower. It's never been lower this cycle. It's way, way, way down at the lows. So yeah, I don't have a lot of hope for that one. A lot of these legacy coins, they just continue to trade to zero against BTC. Trend towards zero, not trade to zero. Another one is Litecoin, LTC, BTC. If you want to know how to never see your money again, invest in Litecoin. I don't know why people still buy Litecoin. The founder even gave up on it in 2017. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it. Let's take a look at some ones that are doing well. Kaspa. Where's Kaspa? There we go. Kaspa. And for the newer cryptocurrency traders out there, this is an important note. You know, every cycle has new coins. Every cycle has new coins. It's very rare that you have coins from the previous cycle do as well as they did in the previous cycle. So if you're holding anything from the last cycle, it's not going to do as well as it did last cycle. It's going to do about half. Traditionally, what we've seen is it does about half as well on a good day. That's in altcoin season. But these new projects make you a shit ton of money. So you really got to keep your, keep your ear to the ground and listen for these new projects that hit the market, because that's where a lot of the market attention goes to. And Kaspa has been doing that. It's been capturing a lot of the market attention, capturing a lot of the market liquidity, and it's been a fabulous, fabulous buy. We didn't, this one didn't get on our radar. We've picked several other coins that have done quite well, but this one certainly wasn't one that was on our radar. And this is one to pay attention to. If we break out of this channel bullish, that's going to be a buy on Kaspa for sure. And if we come down and test the bottom, if you're really convicted on Kaspa, you're going to want to take a position on that as well. He's not afraid to be controversial, and that's what makes him so captivating. He's going to capture the attention and change the game. 6'9", 6'9" CTO. Okay. Well, thank you for that chat. Thank you for spamming some bullshit. Solana, another one that's been doing really, really well. Let's take a look at Solana BTC. Sol BTC. Because as long as Bitcoin dominance is trending up, you really should be looking at the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin comparative. And yeah, it's consolidating at a breakout of its accumulation range. So this might be we'll see. We will see what happens during altcoin season. But if Solana can actually break past the all-time high in Bitcoin terms, believe it or not, it's going to be the very first altcoin to ever do that. So that just goes to show you how rare it is that altcoins really do perform well. If Solana is able to get up to 467,000 sats per SOL, that will be the first time that's ever happened. And out of all the coins that I look at, Solana seems to be the one that's best positioned to do so. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Solana's been capturing a lot of market attention and a lot of market liquidity as it's filled the void with what Ethereum used to be on the DeFi space and the highly speculative space. So Solana's been doing really, really well. Let's see what's going on with old doggy coin, Doge. Doge, yeah, not great. Not great. Not a favorable environment until we get out of that uptrend on Bitcoin dominance. One that has been doing well, again, new coins. New coins just do well, is Track. Track's been selling a lot of validator licenses. I think from the lows here, we're already up 100% from the lows. And from our first point of changing the trend, it has to go another 30% to start changing the trend. But as it stands right now, it's still in a technical downtrend. It has broken this downward sloping line of resistance, and we do have some nice demand tails here. But what's interesting is the fundamental side. There is intrinsic demand for the Track token as these validator licenses are sold. So there's less and less available supply as the demand increases. When demand is greater than supply, you get a price appreciation. So I wouldn't be surprised for this one to take out some of the highs. If it does take out some of the highs, like this one here at $2.60, it's definitely going to break. It's going to break the downtrend. And I think that Track is definitely one of the coins that I'm paying very close attention to. I think that this is one of the more interesting projects in the space right now. And it's definitely one to pay attention to. Get into the Track Discord and pay attention to the updates because there is fundamental movement on this one. So we'll see. We'll see. Will BTC USD dump to 54K? It's possible. It's possible, but our first line in the sand here is 56. We need to hold 56. If we hold 56, then if we lose 56, then there's a possibility we come down and test 53 again. But you got to take it one level at a time. Current support here is right around 56,000. Let's see what good old BNB is up to. BNB is a very interesting coin in the sense of its resiliency. I call market manipulation on this one just because there's no way you can have an altcoin that outperforms Bitcoin in terms of resiliency. And it's manipulated. You know, Binance is buying their coin and they're probably not holding the amount of Bitcoin that they should be holding. I think if people are holding their Bitcoin on Binance, they're not actually holding Bitcoin. So they're not honoring the demand of Bitcoin. And they are converting that demand into demand for the BNB token. Regardless, you know, facts are facts. It's been doing really well. And this is another one that could potentially break out above its Bitcoin denominated high of the previous cycle. It's got a lot of work to do, way more work than what's necessary for Solana. For it to break its Bitcoin denominated high, it's got to do at least 115% in Bitcoin terms. Solana doesn't need to do nearly as much as that, but I like this holding here. The 3-day I don't put too much EMA emphasis on, but it is back above the 128 on the daily, so that's a positive sign. Yeah, BNB not looking too bad. Is it possible for Track to reach $100 US? What's your price prediction? Price predictions are pretty useless. Is it possible for it to reach $100? Yes. Totally possible. If you compare it to the market cap of Chainlink, if it reaches, even half of what Chainlink can reach, actually, if it reaches the same market cap as Chainlink, Track and Chainlink kind of serve similar purposes. They're both infrastructure plays for the Bitcoin network. I draw a lot of comparisons between Chainlink and Track. If it does what Chainlink did, it's over $500 a coin. So is it possible? Yes. But, making a price prediction, they're fun. They definitely get YouTube clicks. A lot of people, build their whole channel on just doing price predictions, but price predictions are pointless. What's important is just looking at the probabilities, looking at the trend, being a participant in a positive trend, and having parameters in place to tell you when to sell. Price is completely irrelevant. Do I think Track can go up? Yes. How fast and where? It's anybody's guess. It could get to $50. It could get to $500. It could get to $1,000. I don't know. What I know is I'm going to be a participant in the uptrend, and I'm going to have parameters in place to sell when I identify that momentum is leaving the market. And that's the best that you can do. And at whatever price that occurs is the price that it occurs. Let's take a peek at Monero. We made the call to buy this one when Binance delisted it. It didn't take off in a very big way after that, but 36% since that call. It was a good time to buy Monero. I'm a fan of Monero, but I'm really not liking the Monero community anymore. The Monero community is just, I don't know. I look at Monero as just a Bitcoin privacy coin. It's a way for you to use your Bitcoin privately. It's kind of like a Bitcoin checking account. You save in Bitcoin, and if you need to do spending and you're going to be spending using a cryptocurrency and you want to be private, convert some of your Bitcoin into Monero, but on an as-needs basis. I would never hold more than a month's worth of expenses in Monero. The Monero community is getting really, really toxic, and a lot of that probably has to do with the fact that they've been down for so long and they're so highly convicted and think that privacy is everything. I don't think privacy is everything. I think one of the reasons that Bitcoin is more valuable than privacy coins is because it does have transparency abilities. You can be private on Bitcoin, and you can create structures of accountability on Bitcoin. If you have a government, you want to know what they're doing with their Bitcoin. If governments are put in power to spend taxes, if they're going to collect Bitcoin from you for taxes, you want to be able to have transparency with the government so that you can see what they're spending the Bitcoin on. At the same point in time, if you know how to use the Bitcoin network, you can be private. So it's the best of both worlds. Whereas Monero, you don't want a world where Monero is the currency, because you lose all of those accountability features that are important for holding governments accountable. Governments will use cryptocurrency, and I want to know how they're using it. So privacy isn't everything. Ronan. Not much structure to go off of here. Let's see if there's a longer chart. Yes, there is. So it is holding support at the breakout area. I think a lot of alts are in a good discount position. They're in a good discounted position. They just haven't, we haven't seen demand come back to the alts just yet. So wouldn't be surprised if maybe we get a bounce here on Ronan and then maybe come down and retest that support, consolidate for couple weeks to months as we wait for altcoin season to kick in, and then there will be a really strong buy signal here as the uptrend continues in Ronin. But yeah, all of the old narratives from the last cycle will come to play at this cycle. And one of the big narratives was metaverse and gaming, and that's what Ronin Chain is targeting, the gaming sector. Another new coin that's definitely one to keep on your watch list is Toncoin. This is the governance token for Telegram. This is running the Telegram blockchain. If you're in crypto, you have a Telegram account. This is a really well-placed, it's a well-positioned project because it's in the pockets of so many already existing users that it's not going to be hard for people to notice what's going on with Toncoin, and it's not going to be hard to onboard them either because they're already onboarded onto the system. So definitely one to keep an eye on, but again, not anything noteworthy to jump in on. You know, maybe we get some sort of a consolidation upwards triangle. You'll get a breakout of that triangle. That's going to be a good entry right there. Been sideways for too long. Not many people interested. Yeah. Nearly every altcoin is a scam. Yeah, either knowingly or unknowingly. I agree that every altcoin is a scam. And what I mean by that is we were actually just having this conversation in the Discord, which reminds me, if you're not already in the Discord, scan the QR code below my webcam and get into the Discord where we can have these conversations 24/7. I'm in the Discord all the time. Like pretty much I'm peeking my head in there at least once an hour. I'm in there once a waking hour, and sometimes I'm there for much longer. So if you ever want to contact me and discuss some of these theories, by all means, come into the Discords, come hang out, come say hi. But yeah, for me, blockchain technology is about network effects, and Bitcoin has such a strong network effect, and it's spreading so much more rapidly than any other blockchain. That's one of the characteristics of a network effect is it continually spreads faster and faster and faster. Much like the internet, you know, we only use one internet. Why? Because the original internet spread really, really quickly. In the early days of the internet, there were multiple different internets, and they were all siloed in their own thing. But the one that worked was the first one. It was the first internet. It was the one that got the most adoption. It's the one that gained the network effects and moved the quickest. Therefore, it's the one that everyone uses. So when I say an altcoin is a scam, they are either blatantly a scam, meaning that their intentions are malicious and they are trying to trick you out of your money so that they can take it for themselves, or they're not really realizing that the cryptocurrency space is not a space of tech companies. It's not just a bunch of tech companies. It's understanding that we have a ledger now, and we can build upon that ledger to create information. We can store property rights in a decentralized and trusted way. So even if they, you know, have a better Bitcoin, it won't matter because Bitcoin's network effect is so much stronger than the other blockchain that has a better Bitcoin, that they won't ever be able to catch up. So eventually they'll realize that they're excluding themselves from the economic opportunity of commerce and electronic trade and electronic ownership transfer, that they will give up on that blockchain and they will be forced to join the blockchain that has the most users. If you can't beat them, join them. And that's what I mean a lot of the times when I say some of these alts are a scam. It's just an easy way for me to make a blanket statement of the fact that over time, competitor blockchains and competitor projects lose value in Bitcoin terms over the long term. All right, let's take a look at the total market cap comparative. Actually, let's just look at total. Total does not look bad at all. Total looks better than Bitcoin. So total has a green doji. So Bitcoin has a red doji. Total has a green doji. So that's interesting. That makes me want to take a look at what's going on with Ethereum BTC. And Ethereum BTC is also having some green days. So this is good. You know, again, we haven't changed the trend on Bitcoin dominance, but we can see that there is more liquidity going to alts. So that is, albeit small, it's a small signal. It's a signal that there is a decoupling with the power of Bitcoin's influence on the market. There is demand in the market. And on the very, very short term that we've seen in the last week, that demand is actually showing up in the altcoin space. Ethereum is the reason that this candle closed green. Let's see what Total 2 is looking like. Total 2 also closed not even as a doji. Total 2 closed green. That's another positive sign. So that's showing you again that there is a demand for altcoins. So that's interesting. That's interesting that there are people placing bets. There's people allocating assets into alts as it stands right now. I'm not calling altcoin season just yet, but that is a very, very, very early sign. That is a very early sign. And again, Total 3, is showing even more strength. So it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. A lot of people are really, really bearish, and it's due to time. We've experienced a price-based capitulation, and we've experienced time-based capitulation. Capitulation is what you need for us to take the next leg up. So the fact that we're seeing capitulation in these markets is a good thing. It's a good thing. When the impatient get wrecked, when the selfish and the greedy get wrecked, it creates space in the market to take the next leg up. So that's interesting. And we're seeing that we're not, I guess you can argue that you're seeing this in Bitcoin dominance, but I still think there's one more push. Here's the thing. We're going to go up to probably 60% dominance in the context of Bitcoin finally rallying. So if we do get, like, the alts are playing catch up, that's great. We're consolidating and the alts have demand. But as soon as we, if we have a breakout of this flag here and we start to rally, Bitcoin dominance is going to go way up. Alt valuations, alt comparisons are going to go way down. So I think there's one more push before we initiate altcoin season, okay? So if we get a breakout in Bitcoin, yes, the alts are going to lose value comparatively, but this is also going to signal to the market that we're ready to enter phase 2. Every phase of the market can be characterized by, there's 2 phases. Every market cycle has 2 phases. Let's go over to the log chart. I've explained this before, but there's 2 phases to every market cycle. You have the phase from the market cycle low to the area where you kind of break out. And then you have this secondary phase that has a significant breakout over to the all-time high. This is phase 1. This is phase 2. Back over here. This is phase 1. Oops. And this is phase 2. It kind of gets a little messy down here. This is so early in Bitcoin years that it's almost not worth taking a look at. But what are the two characteristics? The characteristics of phase one are, yes, you get large price advance, but it's not an easy ride. It's not an easy ride. There are a lot of ups, there are a lot of downs, there's a lot of chop, there's a lot of sideways. It's not easy trading. Then you get into phase two. Phase two is easy trading. Every breakout breaks out. Every formation you can see breaks out bullish. If you see a triangle anywhere, you can run under the assumption that that triangle is going to break out bullish. If you see a bull flag, it breaks. Every little technical thing that you could be looking at in the market that would lead you to believe that something is bullish plays out. It's the easiest trading in the world. And this is also the time where you get the most new market participants and the most new money coming into the market. So phase one, it's a grind. There's periods of sideways, but it definitely goes up, which is what we've experienced. And then there's phase two. Phase one, it's a grind. Phase two, shooting fish in a barrel. Phase one is what we're in right now and getting ready to exit. Phase one, it's a grind, periods of sideways and accumulation. And then eventually we're going to get phase two, and it pops out. As soon as we get above this high, we go into phase two. Phase two is the easiest, most exciting part of the 4-year cycle. It's harvest season. We've been planting seeds for months. We need to let those seeds grow into plants, and then we harvest. And harvest season comes in phase two is all of the new money, all of your friends, all of your family, all of your coworkers, all of the people all over the news start to ask you, hey, what's the deal with this crypto thing? When you start to see that, that's when you know it's time to harvest. So tell your friends, tell your family, yeah, thanks for the buy signal, or sorry, thanks for the sell signal. I don't recommend that you touch it. I recommend that you educate yourself on it, but I'm selling. That hasn't happened yet. But we get that move in Bitcoin. Let's actually move all these. The next breakout is going to be very pivotal, is kind of the long and short of what I'm trying to say here. If I can sum it all up, a breakout of this consolidation is going to be very pivotal for the market, and all of the endurance that you've had to demonstrate being in these choppy sideways markets, you're going to forget about all of that. You're going to forget about how hard it was to sit in this market. It's going to go and be the easiest shit you've ever done. Just don't forget to take profits. All right, I'm not sure there's much more for me to cover today. Just wanted to hop on and give an update. I'm not going to be able to stream over the next few days because there is we're entering into event season here, so we're going to start to see, Token 2049 is coming up in Singapore, but here in Bali there's an event called CoinFest, which is happening in a couple days. So I'm going to be preoccupied with that. That's why I'm all decked out in merch, getting ready for the conventions, the Web3 conventions. So I wanted to get on and just give a simple market update, keep you guys abreast of the situation. I'm still bullish. I still, see this as just a stopping point on the greater cycle. We haven't entered phase two yet. Phase two is when things get exciting, and I still anticipate phase two to occur. So we'll close it out there. Thank you all for joining in. Don't forget to scan the QR code so that you can join the free Discord. We give away free trading bots. We give away free trading signals. All that we ask is that you sign up with one of the partner exchanges that we are partnered with. That is the only catch. Everything else is free forever. We hope to see you in the Discord. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.